I guess bigger budget does help. How are ya? My name is WJ Brass, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Blitzwing. I know what you're thinking. Blitzwing, a leader class? Well, triple changes are challenging to do. Previous toy lines always sold Blitzwing at a Voyager class-ish price point due to scale and how big he is. Unlike previous toy lines, ever since Hasbro released the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege toy line, characters and how they're classified in size classes are determined with actually how big the character is and the amount of money Hasbro wants to put into the sculpting for the figure. I would agree or argue that he is of a Voyager class height, however, due to him being a triple changer, a robot with two vehicle modes, more money was added, bumping him up to the leader class. It is what it is, but enough about that. The painting and sculpting on Blitzwing is really good. I've had a soft spot for Blitzwing as he is my favourite triple changer, turning into a jet and a tank. The tan and purple really work well for Blitzwing, especially with the complemented painted detail. Speaking of paint, don't even get me started on the head sculpt. The paint used is glossy and just pops, screaming that cartoon accuracy. As good as the paint is, there are some sculpt-wise issues that really annoy me. First, it is the shoulders. They are separate from the shoulder pad, and to move them forward, you have to flip out this flap. It's just ugly. Why Hasbro? He also has these flaps in the inner arm, which always move, making it annoying every time you grab that area to move the arm. For a leader budget, I'm surprised these issues are a thing, but clearly for Hasbro, it works, as this guy was repackaged for Legacy Evolution and was given a repaint to be an updated modern Decepticon Overcharge in Transformers Legacy United. Now for accessories, he comes with quite a lot. He comes with two purple rifles that are blast effect compatible and are also 5mm port compatible, so Blitzwing can hold and store the weapons anywhere. He comes with this pretty neat sword that is made from a flimsy plastic, so it won't snap or poke your eye out anytime soon. And finally, he comes with a pair of Energon gauntlets. Just why? What's their purpose? I really don't know. I guess it's a new accessory, but on my copy, they don't peg in all too well due to the see-through plastic ports being worn down. And if this was an attempt to meet with the leader class budget, I would have much preferred that budget or leftover budget be used on the actual figure, not for some half-fast glorified Energon accessories. Anyway, posability. It's actually pretty good. Blitzwing's posability, pretty good, like really, really good, except for the shoulders, but we'll get into that. So he has a ball joint here at the head, which allows him to look up and down, slight side to side, full rotation. But he also has this chicken neck thing going on, so you can kind of see in there, there's like a hinge, so he can kind of like look further back and look further forward, which is a really nice addition. Now his shoulders, as I did mention before, they're really weird. So normally this is the shoulder pad, it would rotate with the actual figure, but you can see there's a rotation joint here. It can go up that far, back that far, due to the sculpted shoulder pad. It can move out that far. In order to move the arm forward, as you've seen, there's a hinge here at the front shoulder flaps. Very stupid. Why did Hasbro do this? I got no idea. They got a bicep swivel, a 90-degree bend at the elbow, a wrist swivel. Hope you saw that. Due to the transformation, they have this cool, like, oblique hinge at the wrist. So when he's wielding his included sword, you can make him pull off really more dynamic poses. Arms exactly the same. You got a waist swivel, which is really good. On the hips, there's two front skirts on individual hinges. You can kick up that far, and you can kick back not a lot due to his sculpted square butt, as you can see right there, which is a bit of a shame. However, he does have a pretty decent spread, and followed by a fire swivel, a really deep bend at the knee, and a pretty damn good pivot. So overall, Blitzwing's posability, besides the weird shoulders, it's actually pretty good. Blitzwing's posability. Yes, the shoulders are weird, but he poses really good. For size, he is 17 centimeters tall, and for a comparison, here we have my last review, being the Studio Series Game Edition Megatron. Definitely check that out. And my review before that being the Legacy United G1 Universe Optimus Prime. Alrighty, so to transform Blitzwing into his first of two vehicle modes, which being a tank, the first thing you want to do is, what I like to do is flip out the stupid flaps and fold in the arms like so. Next, what you want to do is you pretty much want to untab the chest to plate like so, extending out the entire back. You can also extend the chest so it's flat. Next, what you want to do is fold down that flap, and you can only rotate this section like inwards. So you want to rotate so you can see there's a jack cockpit out. I know it's weird, and then clip that back in like so. Next, what you want to do is you want to pretty much flatten out his backpack, and then you want to tab in the robot chest front into the back. You would hear, or you would have heard it before, that like tabbing noise. It's really good. Next, what you want to do is, I like to do these arms first. You want to fold in these panels around, and then you want to fold them in like so, and we'll leave them in for the time being like that. So the weird side panel is flush with that. Next, you want to come to the legs. You want to flip out the silver panels and just collapse the feet. On my copy, those pins are really tight, so be careful with them. Next, you just pretty much want to, you pretty much want to origami these legs and just cram them in like so, and fold the tab up like so. And one more, like so. And you want to clip the legs in together. Then you want to fold in the two silver panels like that. As you can see here, there's two holes, one there, two tabs. You want to connect the rest of the back. Now, to do the rest of the side of the vehicle, what you want to do is flip out the two purple wingtips like so. You want to flip out this tread. Now, all you want to do is disconnect and fold out like so. Come around, and you're just going to tab it into place like that. Same thing on the opposite side. It's a bit fidgety, but, and if you can see here, if I also point out, there's this tab where the wrist was, and there's a hole here. Just for extra support, you can tab them on like so, like that. And we're nearly done. That's majority of the vehicle mode done like so. What you want to do now is grab the turret, hinge it out, rotate, fold it in, depressed, and you want to just pretty much flick up this panel, fold out the barrel, put the panel down, and here you have yourselves a pretty, oh, I just dropped the stupid as bloody Energon Gauntlet things. Here you have yourselves a nice tank mode. The tank, not gonna lie, it feels somewhat incomplete. Looking from the top, there are a lot of gaps. And is that a schlong? Yes, he does have a visible jet cockpit, which is a shame, but I guess you could argue that it is a cartoon accurate thing. But oh well, maybe next time it could get fixed up. The side profile of the tank is really good. The cannon is also pretty sweet. You can elevate and go up and down, left, right, etc. The only missed opportunity I would say is that the actual cannon is not blast effect compatible, which is a shame. However, if you do want to display blast effects, you can place the accessories on the tank, which I actually kind of dig, with the rifles as side guns and the gauntlets as missile pods. Probably the only time I'm gonna like those big dorky things. Just another quick size comparison. Here we have Megatron, and now you got Prime. Onto the jet mode. Bear with me, this transformation is a little bit finicky, but I kind of enjoy it because it's very, very different. So first of all, let's just pack up the tank turret, just shove it away. We're not going to need it anytime soon. Next, what you want to do, you want to pretty much fold these back in, like so. And we'll fold that in as well. We'll leave it like that for now. I'm going to come around to this side. Flip out this nose piece. It's a bit finicky. I recommend probably using the accessories to your advantage. Help flick out parts that you can't with your bare fingers, like so. I'm going to leave these detached off to the side for the time being, because the next part you really want to do is you're just going to youth at the shoulder pads, like so, and you're going to pretty much bring them back. But before you do that, I like to do detach the entire base, so it's a little bit easier. You got more room. Fold out these silver parts like so, and what you want to do, you want to detach the legs, kind of mistransform them, flick out this side panel, and you're pretty much going to fold out what will become the wing of the jet mode, like so. And you want to do the same thing on the other side, like that. Clip them together like so. And now your arms in the tank configuration, like that, they can pretty much just stow underneath here, like so. There's not really a way for them to clip in by memory, but just clip them in by the side ports like that. And this mess of stuff, you pretty much clip that in, just clip before the wingtips in, like that. You want to get this tab and tab it into this arm tab. Hang on, it's very spaghetti-like engineering, and this mode isn't really worth it. There we go. So that section's tabbed in there. Do the same on the opposite side. Hinge it back. It should just slot on in, and then you want to pretty much just clip the tank mode however you can, like so. And that, dare I say it, just after a bit of more panel alignments, dare I say it, after that little flip around, that's the jet mode. The transformation from tank to jet is very interesting, especially how the tan parts on the tank shift around to reveal the purple parts of the jet mode. This jet mode is very chonky. From the top it looks okay, but as soon as you look at different angles, dear God, there's literally a tank just right there. The money that was wasted on the gauntlets should have definitely been used here under the jet to really clean it up. I guess you can make the jet mode longer, but I really don't know, man. I don't think there's a good fix for this. Weapons can also store on the jet, but unlike the tank mode, they look really goofy. Yuck. Let's wrap this up. Here we have Megatron, and last but not least, we got Prime. Blitzwing here, he is an odd one that had caused a lot of debate when he was first released. For what he is, I like and easily recommend him. He is a faithful update for your modern Transformers collection, regardless of how weird his alt modes and accessories are. This has been my look at the Transformers Legacy Leader Class Blitzwing. And until my next whatever I decide to upload, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.